Choosing the right course is not easy, and most of the people regret choosing their course later on. I always believe that you must choose a course that you are really passionate about. As some of you may know, I'm studying international relations and economics. Because I'm more inclined towards IR, I'll talk about my story of choosing international relations and most importantly, why I chose international relations. Hello everyone, my name is Elish and welcome to my channel. In this channel, I talk about student life, study tips. Also, I share my knowledge on social media and I'm shooting vlogs occasionally. In this video, I'll tell you my story of choosing international relations. Personally, I find my course very interesting and I love what I study. I know that I will not be working in diplomacy straight away, but I still love my course. And I know that eventually I will start working in my area. So let's start with my story. When I was a child, I loved everything about politics. Obviously, as a child, I couldn't grasp the full understanding of politics, but I loved watching news and seeing leaders talk on the screen. My mother is telling me that children of my age were crying for cartoons, but I was crying for the news. Literally, every time they were switching channels, I was crying for the news. So I was a political nerd since my early ages. As some of you know, I'm from Azerbaijan and my country's geopolitical position has been very eventful. My country has been surrounded by powerful countries like Russia, Iran, and Turkey, so it's not a surprise that it's geopolitically important. As a result, I grew up following news headlines very carefully and I was always interested in security. And when I went into school, I loved social sciences and humanities subjects a lot, and history was my favorite subject back in school. Although I really hated learning chronology and remembering all these dates, I really loved analyzing all these like events in history and how it affected our current situation. So I was approaching it in an analytical way since I was a child, so that's why I was gradually interested in international relations. Another reason for my interest in IR was my passion for leadership. Since I was a child, I was really interested in becoming a leader, and I was always going for leader positions in school and in the university as well. When I was in school, I represented my class for 4 years. Then, when I went into university, in my first year, I became academic representative of my subject. This here is from that academic representation. It's a gift. And later on, next year, I became the leader of that academic representation for my subject. So I was always passionate about leadership, and I believe that leadership was one of the driving factors for my interest in international relations. And I believe that once you're studying international relations, it's a good thing to have some kind of aspiration for leadership because it helps you to study your subjects more deeply and you are more interested in your subject. After finishing the school, I went to the UK and I started studying foundation degree over there, and my studies were focused on humanities and social sciences. So I had a subject called Introduction to World Politics and International Relations, and it was some kind of an overview of international relations since 1945. And what I really love about international relations is it's focusing on the events after Second World War. So it's much more interesting to study recent events, which is closer to our time and it's easier to understand them. Because IR is focusing on the events after Second World War, I chose IR instead of politics because politics is very much based on theory and there's less of an analysis while IR is focusing on the events, so it's focusing on the practical sides of politics. Therefore, I have more chance to analyze events and that's why I love IR more than politics. Some of you may ask, if you're so much in love with international relations, why did you add economics to your degree? Well, I have two or three reasons for that. First of all, I was really skilled in quantitative subjects as well, so instead of wasting them, I want to make use of them so it can be a great help for me in the future. Secondly, will the globalizing and economies affect how politics is run? And I believe that studying economics helps international relations students to understand politics much better. It's giving you another point of view to analyze the politics. Therefore, I believe that it's really essential for IR students. If they have at least I don't know, like small understanding of economics, it's gonna help them to understand their subject in a much better way. Additionally, studying economics gives me a wide choice of career opportunities in the future. Therefore, it's good to study economics next to international relations because in the future you may not be able to find some vacancies in IR, so at least you may have some kind of qualifications in economics too. Besides, we are living in a modern world, so we have modern problems, and I think they need to be solved. Who knows, maybe I'll be the one solving those modern problems with modern solutions, just like in the meme. But most importantly, the reason for me to choose IR was my passion for it. I love my subject and it didn't matter to me if I was gonna get a job in IR in the future because I didn't study IR just for getting job. I studied it because I loved IR itself. If I get the chance to study master's or doctorate degree in my area, I'm definitely gonna do it no matter what because if you're passionate about something, you should embrace it and make it as perfect as possible because I'm passionate about my subject and I believe that I can do great things in international relations because I've got skills in analysis, I can communicate like really easily, and I believe that's gonna help me a lot in IR in the future. Obviously, there were other factors that inspired me to take IR, such as inspiration from famous politicians and so on. But still, it was my passions that drove me to study IR and learn as deeply as possible. I'm glad that I studied IR, and what's even better is that I have studied it in the UK because I believe that education I got in the UK for international relations is the best in the world. And although I haven't studied in the one of the really high-ranking universities of the world, uh, it is still ranked in top 100, but still. I didn't care about the rank my university got. I only cared about my study and I only cared about what my professors told me. And I was real passionate about it and I did it. So, what I'm going to suggest you is don't choose your university based on ranks or prestige. Just go for it and study your subject just because you love it, not because of the job in the future, not because of the money you're going to make. Just study your subject because you're passionate about it. So this was my story on how I chose international relations. I hope you liked it. I hope it was interesting to you and to the people who are interested in taking IR for their further studies or in their undergrad degree. In the future videos, I may further talk about my degree or my experience as an international student. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And if you share this channel with your friends, I'll be really grateful for that so I can grow this channel. So thanks for watching this video. See you in the next videos. Bye.